Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream. Today we are doing the first ever Mountaineer Open. This is the finals. Yesterday we had the qualifiers. We have everything set up. We're going to be doing 4-man squads, first-person servers. Everything is going to be standard rules, circle, everything, except we're going to be taking off the red zone, and we are also going to be slightly boosting the assault rifles. This is it, folks. Game 1. Locked in and now initializing underway. I'm going to keep my face cam off for the most of this. I'm going to be casting it solo here, and we are on a 5-minute delay. This is a special tournament in thanks to all of the Patreon supporters on the channel. A lot of them had requested that we do a tournament, so this is kind of the first attempt that we've had at that. Yesterday's qualifiers were awesome. I think we did about 4 qualifying games, and these are the teams that topped out on those spots, now making it into the final slots. We're going to be doing a best of 3 games. The point system will be set up so it's based on both kills as well as placement, but placement is going to be the highest priority. I know we're already going to get a lot of people saying this is esports ready. I don't think so either, but you know, we'll see how it actually goes today, and we might get some server crashes and such. This happens a lot in the custom games that we do. I definitely do a lot of custom games here. I'm going to be spectating, controlling the fly cam as well, so this is going to be an interesting time, so bear with me if we do have any delays. Again, this is going to be on a 5-minute delay, and we have a total of 80 players that are going to be in this lobby. I believe we got everybody locked in, loaded, coming into now game number 1 for the stream. Oh, here we go, folks. I'm getting excited. There's been a lot of sleepless nights leading up to this, making sure that everything's in order for it. We did have to enable, some people are asking about why the 5-minute delay. Because this is going to be live streamed, we essentially don't want teams that are already dead, teammates that are already dead, just to go onto the stream to see where all of the players are essentially at for the rest of their teammates that are still alive. This is the best way to make it as fair as possible and try and enforce those rules. Now, I'm pretty confident with the Mountaineers that are here, but you gotta tame it a little bit. Big island out here. Where's the plane? I can't control circle. I can't control drop. Nothing like that, although that would be fun. Make it stop all the way up at Zarky up there. That'd be a good time. The qualifiers were streamed. However, they were not casted or anything. And unfortunately, we can only have 1 spectator, myself, in it. They don't yet have support for multiple spectators yet. I'll try and catch up on the chat when I can, but we'll see how it goes today. Because of the 5-minute delay. I think it's just going to be you and me hanging out, chat. All right, looks like a classic north to south coming in. And I will make sure I'm muted. Sometimes I'll go in for a spectator cam, leave my mic on because other players can't hear me. But I'll keep it muted today. We'll keep it nice and fair and square. I'm always curious whenever players drop out what flight path they choose, especially in higher stakes scenarios like this. You would think, oh, I'm going to go somewhere safer. I'm going to go a little farther away from where the plane is. But if everybody does that, and look at this trajectory here. Almost everybody's splitting off. We had 2 teams dropping out up towards Zarky. Most of the teams going out to the right-hand side, and that's where most of the map is going to be as well. Look at this. Is 1 team left for Military Island? Oh, my gosh, folks. This is going to be what looks like a solo drop down here. Looks like audio for the plane wasn't working there. We'll see if any of the audio ends up working. I do hear the nice breeze, nice cool breeze coming out. Some early shooters coming in from the top. Waiting to see where everybody else goes. This is turning into one of the most common strategies here. Look at how many people did an early shoot. This gives them an opportunity to see where everybody else goes, where they land, so they can try and adjust for it and not immediately get taken out. 1 team made it up to Zarky. It's going to be LT9, Taco, Redneck, and Casey. Just below them, we are going to have some competition. Question is, where do they stay, and how does the circle pan out? A couple people are going for very far shoots out onto the Stauber side, east side of the map. They're still parachuting. These guys already have AKMs, shotguns over a Tommy gun, crossbow locked and loaded for store. Meanwhile, Super Scan, Dan TL, Right Killer, and Numb are just still floating. Ooh, but King's got a vehicle right below him. See, that's a nice play. They managed to drop down, secure 2 vehicles. Titus also securing a vehicle, and Pipsqueaker driving up more on the north side. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting some audio. It's going to be a slow start to the game, though. 79 total players on board.
Get ready,
Let's do it, folks. Thank you very much, Vice. Pretty good spread. It looks like the closest cluster is going to be TPS's team. Looting up in Pachinki here. Look at this play. Look at this play right here. Kilya is going for the long drive with his team up to Lipovka, it looks like. Maybe they'll stop at Crater. I mean, they could definitely stop at Crater here. It's pretty far away from the plains. Path was pretty much complete north-south through Sector Charlie about. They're really risking it, though, because they are going to have to get back to Circle. And with the Circle change, increased damage the farther away that you are from the Circle, that will put a little bit more pressure on their time there. About 4 or 5 teams playing outside. And look at this. These guys didn't actually end up even going over to Military Base. Military Base is going to be completely empty. No loot on it. These are the 2 closest teams up at school. 2 players did go down. But for the most part, just looting. Classic looting scenario. So some of the teams that we have coming out here today. We had 5 from each of the qualifying games that we had. We had 4 qualifying games. 5 teams from each of those games made it into this competition. The highest slaying team that we had was 20 kills from the 3rd qualifier. That's going to be Kongstein, Basley, Basilith. There you go. I can read Kong MS, and I'm a Bish. See if we can find them on the list here. Here we go. This is going to be the highest slaying team from the previous qualifiers. Now, that's they had 20 kills overall across the board. Super Scan, Dan TL, Riot Killer, and Numb. We saw them going for the late shoot early on. That team had 10 kills, half of them, but they took first place in the qualifier 4. As you can imagine, with 20 kills in qualifier 3, this team that we're following in on now did manage to take the top spot. Qualifier 2, second place, King Biggs, Chud, Lazy, and Titus. They had 15 kills, but only took second. But they took second place. First place was Thumbs, Christian, Eco, Madams. All taking the first place on that one. Again, it's going to be it was the top 5 teams from all those qualifiers made it into this game. So these are going to be all of the top contenders throughout it. Looks like they're looting. Let's see, what is this sector here? They're going a little bit off on their own. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if that was kind of their game plan, was a little bit more outside of a city. You're going to be a little bit less looted out in there versus, look at this, a pretty safe play. They managed to get all of apartments to themselves here. Gremlin, Crazy, and Bogan, TBM Bogan. Bogan's team took 3rd place in qualifier 4. As well, look at Venet here. He's going out. Oh, he's going out for the UAZ. This could actually be. They do have a mini on the inside here, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to spot him running out.
Hail to the chief.
All right, but they do manage to secure themselves a UAZ as well as all of the loot in school, so they should be feeling pretty strong. That's going to be Smelly K9's team. I'm going to go back to a quick top-down, see if we have any teams getting any closer to each other here. First circle is going to be pretty much in the same direction where the plane came down, pretty much came in a vertical path here. It's going to give them an opportunity to get some good loot and just stay where they're at, the team that got Gatka here. PG's team still going to be the closest over there. Look at this. Is he going for a solo play out here? So stoked. Where's his team? He's got Sev. He's only going to be a two-man team here.
Man, teamwork make a dream work.
They're missing Boss and the Pipsqueaker. Now, I'm not sure if they were no-show here. Maybe they'll come in for the next couple games. We'll figure that out, but two-man team. They could still get some work going. Here comes a circle. Pressure's going to start coming in. This team's going to have to start rolling out. I don't see any vehicles. Oh, they do have a buggy there that they can use. Question is, how do they handle it coming into the circle? Is this a Groza secured? Look at this. This team's going for crates. Oh, Pochinki is my city, boys. And it looks like it's about to go down. He's got 3 of them so close here. Archer's coming over for the assist. They might not know that they got another team here. Now, doors would be open, but they don't know if they've actually moved out here. Red Bull was a second-place qualifying team. Their team had 5 kills across the entire board with their qualifier in that looks like they were in qualifier 4, actually. $30 points they finished with. SMAC's team had the first qualifier. They played in the very first game. Across their board, they had 12 kills. So these guys might be a little bit more slayed. Now, of course, that was only one game that we saw from them. But they see doors open here. They're trying to be cautious. This is a first-person matchup. So they're not going to really have that third-person advantage to try and peek these corners. It's not going to be... So here comes the first engagement. Nutbag. Not taking any fire there. I think that was Red Bull's shots. So they definitely know they got somebody now. SMAC just a little bit farther south for his team, but where's their 4th? Skyman taking damage. That's going to be the engagement with Red Bull. Red Bull taking quite a bit more damage on that, though. Both of them came down to just about 1 shot. Here comes the frag in. Nutmeg's looking for it. Balcony peek. Doesn't connect on it. Does take a couple shots, though. Switching over to Red Bull. He's got the 4X mini as well as an AKM. Irons on it. Not suppressed, though, although that suppressor doesn't seem to be helping out Nutmeg's team. They're stemmed up. Archer's still in the building with Red Bull as well. TPS trying to see if he can find an angle. Frag goes out on it. Let's bring it back to the top zone. Moose and Jack is their 4th, and you can see he's up in the building out here, which is quite far away, but you can see these two are going to be blocking the path here. Skyman taking some damage. Archer and Red Bull managing to connect on him. They have so many more window options with 4 or 5 different windows, 2 balconies to use. Archer drops a frag. It's going to be a little bit outside. Couldn't quite feed it through. Nutmeg, really, they only have this balcony and this window here, which is not an ideal place to shoot through. Easy. Taking some shots from a different angle, crossing over. And the Pachinki City showdown continues. Moose Jack's coming over for a flank on it. Ease did get knocked out. Kira also knocking out Jib with the SKS across the map somewhere else. Thumb's getting a knockout. Here comes the kills, boys. Oh, Moose Jack's got a nice flank on Archer now.
Love it when you snipe, bro. And guess what? It's chicken parma time.
Those guys are going to be inside on the circle, though.
Parma? Peace.
So they're not going to have as much to worry about. Let's follow in with the team coming down at Church. This was Kira's team earlier. They got the knockout. Team's up in Georgepool. Shorty starting to make his way inside the circle. There's going to be a huge contention up here on that next one. Moose and Jack's flank is starting to pay off for him a little bit, taking their health down. Ease did manage to get the revive back here in Pachinki. Kilya, their team, finally making their way back over from that Lipovka loot. All of their teammates did manage to continue on, but they're coming up with a Bolt up ahead. That's going to be his teammate. Looks like Kilya's going to be the last one coming back in a circle. Quite the stalemate here. Nobody's seeming to go down. And the thing is, when you are inside buildings, that's going to be your safest position. Especially if you have another teammate in there with you, it's going to be an easy revive on any of those knockouts, as we saw on Ease. Nonetheless, it was in his name. He was born to go down. This was the team that we saw get that early Groza, I believe. Yes, that's going to be Skull. They've been holding up in position there. Actually, it made it inside circle. I believe they got Gaka loot as well, but here comes another team. Oh, do they know? They're coming to check the windows here. Do they stop, though? Looks like they do stop. Climbing up the hill. Shots come out. Pippa-champ connecting on one of them. A little bit of damage taken from them, but they couldn't execute on the kills there. Completely gave their position away, and they're going to be trapped in that house now. The fortunate thing is they do have more options. As I just mentioned, they're still going to be able to get those revives coming out if they do get knocked out. But the enemy team, look at these guys, do have a really nice position just on the edge. If they do get knocked, they can always just take a couple steps back, get that revive as well, unless they do get pushed. But now they lost their vehicles, so they're not going to be able to get out of here. The good thing, again, though, is they are in circles, so they're going to have some options. Here comes the teams over in Rozhawk. Big engagements as they are trying to work their way inside the circle. Kong MS is going to go down. Emma Bish going to go down. These were the Slayers from that other game. Now, they do have inside positioning. They do have wall cover as well. Kong taking quite a bit.
Time to rattle the cattle. Get in.
Teamwork make a dream work.
Circle is closing, so they're now going to be forced to move. You can see this team also being forced to move, but they have another team just ahead of them. That's going to be Shelby with the first engagement here. Knocks out 2 of them. Kong going to go down. I'm a Bish down. Kong right behind that back wall. It's going to be the finish off for Shelby getting that pick. Now, he could be calling to his team. It looks like JR is coming up for the assist. Basil makes it into that one-story satellite roof just ahead of him. Following with Shelby, who seems to be the Slayer here. US Zig also getting a knockout on Mordrin with the Scar L from across the map. Crazy Crave knocking out Kilya. TPS taking down Mug, Viper. Everybody's starting to go down as that circle starts to close. That's going to be big engagements down on the south side of the circle here. But these are 3 teams all coming together inside the city. I'm just going to keep the top down so we can see what the movement is. Titus taking some shots. That's going to be all the way from the back there. Knuckles Kong and Chud go down. Quick trade for the teams. Oh, this is actually 2 Kongs. So MS is actually going to pick up Steen here. Chud is just right in the middle of this, though, at that half wall. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get the revive, especially with that circle closing in. They're running out of time, and it looks like the only team that's going to be in position is going to be Shelby, JR, Sergeant CeeLo, and Bass, who did get in position. This is going to be a different teammate. This is a 3-man team. This is a 1-man. Different team. His partners are still down there, and here comes that circle. He's going for the revives. These revives are going to hurt him, though. Not only from circle damage, but they're not going to be able to surprise this team. They know exactly where they're coming from. MS trying to run in the circle. Does he make it in here, though? Oh, my gosh, they didn't spot it. MS is going to make his way in. Jay or Shelby, they couldn't get an angle from where they were at, I guess, and it looks like Steen is going to make it in as well. Here comes Chud. He's going right in the open field. Doesn't quite die. Gets some shots back on him. King Big's probably going to die outside the circle here. Chud does make it up close enough, but Bass is just ahead of him. MS in the top building. He's going to get a little bit of heal off, but he's looking through the window, seeing if he can spot anything. Steen up top here. Look at this. He's going for a revive. This circle's not going to do as much damage, so he's going to place his bet on the revive. Chud's going to be up here solo for his team, and he's pushing in. Get some shots on CeeLo. Going to knock him out. Very low health here, though. He could get pushed. Going for first aid. Two of them knocked out. Shelby now knocked out. This is the team that had the advantage going into this engagement. Chud pushing up on it. Gets the finish. Lazy Heiku also with him here. 2 of the players knocked out on the inside. They're going to get the finishes. Steen has got himself a little bit farther ahead. Basil also there. That team manages to make their way out. Knuckles is going to be the last up for that previous team. Basil connects on one through the window there. Really good find. Titus just in the bottom end. Wow. And this circle is getting insanely small. All of these teams are going to really have to start rotating. Oh, man. If their vehicle is flipped right there. I don't know if that's the same one. These guys were in a huge engagement earlier. TPS. Team still live with K Thizzle from the Pochinki City battle. Red Bull making it out of there. Did they get their entire team out of that fight? Unbelievable. Purple team up at the houses here. These guys are splitting off. Skull, that grows a team. They're bailing out of their house as well. And it is just a full sprint for the circle at this point. Shorty going to be in the best positioning for it at the houses. They managed to drive up on it, get there early. Christian's team also just running in, taking some shots here, though. I think that's the cross. Nope. They should be safe. They're going to be able to make it all the way up to the river here. Groza team is making their way in. Question is, do they find houses or do they just stick out in the open? There's a couple different houses that they could use over on that western side, but they're not going to. North side of the circle is where it's going down. Proned out. Ansel's got that 4X M4 connecting on Dan TL. Appears to be last up for his team. Might have even been somebody else that Ansel was shooting at. You can't really even see it from this far away. First person, a very difficult find, especially prone out in the bushes here. I'm going to bring it up. You can see through the walls here. Oh, Dan TL's going for the run. He's got Tango so close to him, though. Nice hip fire. Dan TL's going to knock out N1 with the M4. Oh, he's going for the finish. That's a cheeky move. Doesn't want him to get the revive here. Dan TL is last up. He's going for the run.
Man, teamwork make a dream.
Can he make it out of here? The circle's closing, but he's very close to it. 4-man team just below the ridge is going to find Dan TL, get the finish on it. Now, that was suppressed fire, so he shouldn't give his position away too much to the Ansel. Fix it. and Pogna up on the north side. They do make it inside the next circle. The final one is going to be in this, or the next circle is going to be in this one. Green team working their way over. This next circle is when the magic's really going to start happening, folks. DJ's got the LMG. They're trying to go for the swim in. Green team in ruins. They look like a lot of close range fire there. A couple long range. Actually, Red Bull does have that mini still from the Pachinki fight. Smelly's team's working their way in, but they hear some fire just up ahead. Oh, they definitely see that. They can definitely see that. Minute 9 seconds before this next circle finishes closing. They're going for some suppressed shots up ahead. They don't seem to know where it's coming from. Really nice stealth play here. Trying to put some fire down, clear out the circle ahead of them as well. This is going to give them an opportunity to come in, although it looks like they are looking now. Crazy Craze spotted it out. He's looking in their direction. Oh, that's some good shots from him. They're at a huge disadvantage trying to run inside the circle. Still 36 seconds, so they're not forced to move up. They can find some cover. Jackson's going to get knocked out. Couldn't get a heal off behind that wall here. Now they're very spread out. PG connecting with some shots. Crazy Crave going to get a knockout and the finish on Jackson. One of their teammates now out. He's going to get a heal. Playful Narwhal. Look at this. Connecting. Vena's got nothing out here. He's going to go for the run. They can't exactly pinpoint where that's coming from, especially in first person. Can't get the angle from it. But you can see he's so far back here. Those suppressed shots coming through. PG with the 4X is going to finish one of them. 2 left. Smelly K9 taking damage now.
6th place in the 4th qualifier. We need to do this again. Thanks for the turning stone.
Smelly going to be knocked out. Playful Narwhal going to be last up for his team. They're looking for him, but that circle's going to force him out of his hiding here very shortly. This team is not exactly in circle, and you can see, oh, look at this. An enemy team's coming up while they're taking the shots on that one. They might want to just leave Narwhal here at this point because they've got an enemy team coming in on their flank, but they spot it. Crazy Crave going to go down. Peachy starts connecting on Red Bull. Couldn't quite finish Archer off as he does manage to find some cover. Crave now going to be knocked out. Playful Narwhal working his way into the circle, but they got another team. Aria Silvertail just behind him, and Sev in the water swimming just ahead of him. Archer's probably going to spot that in the water, but he can't deal with it at this point. Going to have to get inside this circle. TPN taking some shots at him. They're all going to find cover in the water. Going to save them for a little bit longer, but they've got a lot of danger up ahead. Eco up in the red building just ahead. PG going to get knocked out. Narwhal finished off in the blue zone as well. Look at this look at this cluster. 2 red teams coming together as well, just on the north side. DJ with that LMG about to push on the inside building. Now, they heard some shots coming out from here, so they're likely going to know that there's players inside the houses, but this team, do they know that they're about to get flanked? Frag comes in. That's going to take Eco down. That's going to be one less player for him as Canada Wet does start pushing in. Gets the shotgun. 2 of them down in that house. A great flank. DJ coming in with the LMG. Goes into the other house. Knocks one of them out. It's going to be Madism last up. 3v1 of them knocked out, though. Coming out of the water, Undead Red Bull is still alive. It looks like TPS is going to the north side. He's going to have a 1-on-3 he's about to engage with. Get shot from the back. Red Bull not even seeing that. That's going to be the suppressed shots from the team that was engaging Narwhal's team up top earlier. TB Morgan, it looks like they might be shooting up ahead at the yellow team. And look at Sev here. Still last up for... Oh, he also is So Stoked. Where's So Stoked at? It looks like they went for the split strat. So Stoked actually much farther north here. They got split up, or they might have even on purpose split their team up to increase their odds of making it as far as possible. Get their team the highest placement. Christian's going to get taken down there. DJ Peters' team, a flawless execution. All 3 of them taking out the 4 players in the houses. That was getting a little bit too tunnel vision. On all those teams out south, there was a lot of fire going out on that south side. So it makes sense to keep your eyes out there, but it's really good to have one player just always watching your back there. And I think that they just got ambushed by surprise. Switching over on the other side of the circle, there was a lot of teams up north here. A lot of players got picked off on this side as well. Looks like it's come down to 2 4-man teams, which is actually really impressive that they managed to keep their entire team alive so well throughout this for that north side. The south side, there's a lot less 4-man squad. So stoked. He's going to find some players fully boosted up as he does start running in.
Nice to listen to the team chats. I don't play the game. Maybe you could explain mechanics more. Love.
So stoked coming onto the inside. He's not going to be able to make it all the way in, unfortunately. Sev is going to be his teammate, though, and that's that split strat really paying off. Look at this team shot at from 2 different angles here. TBN Morgan, he's got one other player still left up with him as well. He's got a great angle on the other side of the circle here. He's just outside of the circle. Yellow team's actually getting picked from across all the way from Mule Skinner. Green team starting to take some shots back here. But TB Morgan's got a great open hill. Canada Wet starting to take some damage. He's going to jump in. This was the team that took out the houses up ahead. And look at Sev. Look at Sev. He's going to get an open fire here. Great shot on DJ. He's going to be the cleanup right there. Just got the better positioning, but now his position absolutely blown. 2 of these players, Ryson and Dev, still alive for Yellow Team. They're going to drop into the water, give themselves a little bit more cover. Now, Redneck, Mule Skinner, this is going to be the last full 4-man team up at this point with Redneck shot, Short Guys, Mars team. Redneck does take a couple shots from Kira with that SKS. He's going to get the knockout. Kira traded out, though. It's going to be up to Warstorm on a 1v3 with those 2 players knocked out. Warstorm is connecting on some of those shots. He's going for the water. He's going for the water. This is going to extend his play here. Get his team a slightly higher placement, potentially. But Kira's going to be knocked out of this game. Audio is bugged out, but that's okay. We're just going to be living underwater for the rest of the game, it seems like. Oh, there we go. Taking down. Bogan's going to go down. Mule Skinner from across the field's going to get that kill. Now they're 3-man. This is going to be the last full 4-man. Mars team, they're pushing right up into this sector. Rice in there as well. They're going to be completely exposed on this hillside. It looks like they're going for the water play as well, potentially. They are. They're going to be jumping in the water. Ryson just behind them here. Now, I don't know if they even realize Ryson's here. He's outside the circle. Ryson dies to the circle. Kira's going to get finished off. Warstorm's team now out. Mule Skinner's going to be the 3-man. They're going to be outside of the water. Crazy Crave up top, also out of the water. Sev comes out for another huge play. Everybody's jumping in the water. Sev's the only one standing up on the outside, taking some shots. Got 3 kills on the board here. Gonna take him out, though. Crazy Crave up top. One of the only teams still out of the water. You can see the water play did extend some of their lives, but not much. Short still in there. Look at all the water players are actually dying out here for the most part. Crazy has the best positioning here, though. They're going to need a crossover. Fortunately, they do have 3 of them to cross over. Seabag taking... Oh, no, he's in the water. He's in the water. That's going to be Tacoma taking some shots. 2-man team just below the bridge. Short, part of that team. He's going to have just above him, and I don't even think he has any meds because he's not healing anything right now. Crazy Crave knows that somebody's right there. He can hear the footsteps. Does he push, though? Stortgeese gets knocked out. Mule Skinner drops Seabag. Their team's going to make it across. That's a 3-man team now in the circle. Oh, this blue's going to kill both of them. Down they go now, 1 versus 3. Crazy Crave, 7 kills on the board. Get shot at from the left. Mule Skinner going to call out the position here. Here comes Lieutenant Noin. They're coming out on a beautiful flank route right now. That's going to be the call out. He's going to know he's at the tree just above. Noin pushing up on it. He's got a 8x. What are you doing with this? He's just looking for the kill. Frag's coming out. Here comes Tacoma, pushing in. Tacoma's getting knocked out. Now 1 versus 2. Crazy taking a couple shots over to his left. Not going to have enough time to heal. 1 HP. Goes for the first aid. Mule Skinner cutting him on the right. Lieutenant Noin also coming on the right here. They're not doing a split push. Crazy gets a heal off. Can't get it out, though. Game 1. Going to Mule Skinner, Tacoma, Lieutenant Noin, Redneck, TKC. This was the North team. Coming down, they managed to cross the river, 3v1. The other 2 players just down there. They managed to get 2 kills. Look at Crazy Crave, 8 kills on that board, though. It's definitely going to be helping him out. Graham also pulling a top 5 kills here. Look at this, folks. Let me grab some of the screenshots for the placements. We'll have our statistics team put this all together for us as we do get ready for game number 2. Here in the matchup. Couple kills for each of the teams out there that made it into the top 10. TPS 2 kills for his team. I think that was the play back at Pachinki earlier. Thumbs securing 3 for his team. Water really played a huge factor in that game. A lot of the players trying to use it for a little bit of safety, but safety net's not going to make you into number 1, folks.
Man, teamwork make a dream work.
This is 4-man teams, first-person server, no red zone, standard care package, standard circle rules. And we're giving a slight boost to the assault rifles, make it a little bit better for the players to find some of that loot. Going to give the password to the players here. Coming on a beautiful flank. All right, game 2 passwords are out. Players are joining in. We'll be starting game 2 shortly here. All right. So these were our Team 1 through 5. Game 1 champs. See if we can pop in on the chat here. Mule Skinner, Noin, Redneck, Tacoma. Guys, a fantastic game 1 there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Were you the team up at the, what was your initial spawn?
We were at Zarky.
Darky.
That's what I thought. Came down from Zarky, controlled the north side. It was you as a 4-man squad, one other 4-man squad that was pretty close to you there. You started to get picked off from the south side of the river. What were your thoughts when you started getting shot at crossing the river there?
We decided to do a water maneuver where one of us was going to be bait and the other person was going to shoot at the other person.
Yeah, Noin was underneath the water baiting the guy that was watching her. So, I went around in the back and then got the guy that was trying to kill Noin.
So Noin was the bait to try and draw the fire over from the south side. That was Kira that was shooting at you, as well as I believe War, who were shooting back at you guys. You definitely got the kills on him. Turned out to be a good play. That was earlier on, though. But then coming down for the final one, it was just you guys on that top side of the river. Yeah. You had one player that was alive. It was actually a 3v1v2. 2 of them were under the bridge. You had that one final one up at the tree. They got the engagement. Then you guys came down a 3-on-1. Great split push in there. Is that what you guys were going for?
Thank you.
Yeah, at first I started throwing nades, but I was kind of short-arming it.
Guys rock.
Yeah.
Coleman won a suicide mission so he can call out the spot.
Yeah, I saw the 8X running in there. That was pretty bold play, but came out for you. You got knocked out the first one, but 2v1 the final. Very good job out there, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sto.
Thanks.
All right, folks. That was game 1. Game 2, though, is where we're going to see those players, see if we can keep that lead for Mule Skinner's team, as well as Noin, Tacoma, Redneck. Or do others pull out? Looks like players are ready. Are they? Let's see. Yeah, let's see if players are ready here. Make sure everything's set.
Man, teamwork,
Don't want to start it too early here. But if we can have less time between games, that would be fantastic. All right. Starting a 2-minute clock for next game start. Whew! We're running a tournament, folks! This is a lot more stressful than you think, but it's okay. We got game 1 locked in. Our qualifiers went through flawlessly as well. I got to give a huge shout out to Alex 8-Bit Remix Guy, my moderator, community manager, helping out with all this, locking all of it in. We also had Death Spider, Chemo Sob, MJ Bake, Mr. Tastic, and Phantom 32 who were helping out with a lot of the qualifiers yesterday, as well as the rest of the mods helping get this game going, get everything set up. Triple checking the rules here. We do have our 4-man first-person camera. Red zones are off. Everything else is going to be standard about this game, though. Assault rifles are going to be boosted about 25%. I am getting the green light. We are going to go ahead and start up game number 2. I'm in this observer slot. I'm not going to mess this up, I promise. All right, game 2 getting underway. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how the point system works here, we have 30 points going to first place, 25 going to second, and it's going to continue down from there. This is essentially what the players are going to be playing for. So the first place team is going to have a nice lead with 30 points on the board. A lot of the bottom finishers are not going to actually have anything, but if first place fails to place within the top 10 or so, both of these next 2 games, they're not going to be in the running. Now, because this is for a, let's just call it a more casual tournament, we don't have all the classic ESL Pro League endorsements. We can't have a prize pool for cash, unfortunately. But I will be sending trophies to the winning team. And they will be getting special rankings on the Discord server as well. Hopefully, with the future, we might be able to do even bigger things. But that is not to say these players are not skilled. These are the teams that made it through the qualifiers, playing competitively, working their asses off, trying to place up top. All of these players are skilled. They've made it into the game. They've made it into the finals, folks. All right, we're coming back on board with the proper cam. Coming in game 2. Players warming themselves up here. Let's take a look in on the stats from that winning team.
I was first team eliminated in Q4, so sad. This was super fun though. Should definitely do this again. Hashtag sweet gingerbeard love.
Thank you guys for the tips. Welcome to the new sponsors. I'll catch up on everything at the end of the live stream today. I want to just be focused on the action though. Hugely do appreciate it. Thank you to all the Mountaineers who did participate in this tournament as well. Would not be possible without the sheer volume of people that we had competing. All right, bunch of early droppers coming out. Looks like they are going for a little bit more of a straight path on this plane route. Let's just look at the backside where these guys decide to drop. Not too many going straight down, actually. We have one team looks like they're going out towards Lipovka. One team going down south towards the power plant. Oh, we're going to have some more contention down at the military base this time. Last game, we had no players go down to military base. Now we have 3 teams. 2 teams, excuse me. These ones look like they might pull off. Nobody down at Novo quite yet, though, although this team definitely could make their way down. Oh, we got 2 close landers here at the military base, folks. Look at this. Look at this. Nobody, the plane path was pretty much right on here. Nobody dropped until the very end, directly under. And this is what you see coming down from some of the players in the competitive scene. You think that you're going to see a little bit farther of a way of a push to just be a little bit safer. However, it doesn't always seem to work out that way. All right, looks like military, one side's going to take the west. It's going to be Viper, Bolt, Jamco, and Kilya. This is the team that got the Lipovka loot in the last game. They decided to go for a very far drop. They got a vehicle. They drove away from the circle, got some loot, made their way back in. I think they got taken down when they re-entered the circle on the south side, though. This team's going to be looting up. We got a couple players still on their parachutes going all the way up to Stalber. And this is going to give them an opportunity to spot where other players coming in. They're going to be able to see much farther by dropping higher, as well as pulling their parachutes a little bit early. You can see Tacoma. This was the winning team from last time. Looks like they're trying to keep up with their same pace, going up farther up towards Zarky zone, but the circle's going to be on the other side this time. Not going to have as big of an advantage there. K-Thistle, Undead, Red Bull, Archer, and TPS, they go for Pochinki again, though. They're claiming the city from me, I have a feeling, folks. Two teams up at Roshawk. Now, these guys are going to be able to see where the other teams are coming down as they initially drop. Whoa! Big shot right out there by Nugmug. With the double barrel. Trying to go for a snipe. I'm not sure. I thought that was a sniper rifle at first, but it's just going to be a double barrel. Looks like we did get a couple teams going down to Novo, actually. Two teams. They made their way, decided not to go for Milta, likely already seen players drop there. Bogan, Crazy Crave. Gremlin's going to secure himself a vehicle. That is a very powerful move that's going to allow him to move down potentially to the south side of the island or just escape off the island quicker. The question is, will we see any bridge camping come out? In the last game, we didn't have anybody go down to Military Island. There was no need to even go down there because the circle was up in the north side up towards Georgia Pool, but now we could start seeing that coming out. Bumbies actually taking Milta with Infinity. And where is the rest of his team here? Big Daddy and Diablo are actually going to be over at Milta Power. Look how much area they have completely to themselves down here. They're going to get the entire south side, whereas we have so many teams all looting up over here. Canada Wet. Is it his entire team? His entire team loaded up. They're heading out. They got a couple houses, a couple places down in military base, and they're just going to completely leave the zone, leaving Kilya, Jamco, Viper. Not sure if they're still going to have contention down here. It looks like they might even go out for the bridge camp. It would be a very bold play. Still no players dead yet, as we're still on that initial setup. 80 players in this game rather than the full 100 as well, so they're going to have a little bit more opportunity to get the loot. We gave them an extra 25 or 20% boost to the assault rifles. So that's also going to allow players to get a little bit more of that, get into the action a little bit faster. Circle speed is still going to be standard, though. Look at this. Bumbies is coming up for some loot, but he's got a team coming up just on him here. The question is, does he go for some shots? He's going to hear that UAZ coming in his zone very soon.
Here is some help toward the 4 trophies. My hashtag potato squad didn't get through the qualifier, but we ain't salty smell. We had fun and got bested fun.
Bumbies is not going to engage here. It's going to allow him to stay a little bit more stealthed, which is good because he was out on his own there. Looks like Canada Wet now inside the circle, so now they're going to have some options. The question is, what house do they go for? Typically, we see this one just ahead of them here, very favored by players. It gives them an opportunity to drive their vehicle into the garage, as well as just over here on the right. They can get into the garage, keep their vehicle safe, keep an element of stealth. It looks like they're not going to opt for it, though, going up a little bit higher onto the hill. Leaves their vehicle a little bit more exposed. I'm sure they're trying to decide on where they want to go. And some kills actually going down. Grem picking up kills. That's going to be the Roshawk showdown. Ease getting knocked out. Skyman securing kills with that UMP on an M4. That's going to be some loot for him. 2-on-1. Sev's going to go down. That was that late game player we saw in game 1. Skyman is saving it for his team. 2 of them knocked out. He's going to be able to get both the revives pretty easily here. Both of their first knockouts this early in the game. Jay are also going to be picking up a kill. Oh my gosh. Pipsqueaker was still there. Skyman spots it, gets the kill. He's going to close the doors this time. He might not have enough time for both revives at this point. He's going to switch over, pick Nutmeg up first. Or Nugmug. How do I say that? Nugmug. Going to get the revive. Should be able to pick Ease up there. Wow, great clutch by Sky. How many kills does that put him at here? 3 kills on the board. That must have been the final player for the team. Graham, though, still picking kills up. Where is he at? The list just updated on me. 3 kills. Let's see where he's at. Ah, yes. The man from Novo. Graham, PG, Crazy Crave. This was one of the teams that made it into the very end in game 1 as well. Thanks to Crazy Crave clutching for his team. He does have boosters active. He's going to be able to heal up here. Graham coming out strong for this game, helping out. Crazy also picking up one of the kills there. Do have a team working their way up to the bridge now, and that actually was a bridge camp, I believe. Is there more than 4 on the bridge here? No, that is going to be just 4. Strike previous. Oh, but they're posting up, folks. They're posting up, hiding vehicles. Now this, oh, Killia not going for the vehicle hide. They're going for a bolder strategy.
I'm a Mountaineer and in the Discord etc. yet only do my gaming on PS4 haha, but I'm just happy I can help support your videos.
They're going for the full blockade. They're going for the full blockade, folks. Look at this. Typically when you see a bridge camp, you either see one of 2 things. A full blockade where they try and shut down anybody trying to work their way into the circle, or you see it going for a stealth play. They hide their vehicles, trying to entice those players to drive across and then finish them off. Especially with 4 players, oftentimes that's enough to take them out. When you got players that are this good, though, going for the driving, taking evasive action, they might even hop out on. They're deciding to just go for a roadblock. This will make it so they cannot just drive past their blockade or the bridge and get away from it. It's going to force them to engage. Now, that might entice these Novo players to hop out of their vehicle and actually engage, which might not be the free kill, but they are stagnating their post here. So they're going to have Viper in the back with the K98, Bolt with the Mini just slightly back, and then the 2 up closers with the AKM. And it looks like a Mini as well for Killia. He might be able to get some early shots on that team. The thing is, they're going to want to wait for him to get past this point here. The thing is, this team doesn't even seem to have a vehicle at this point. Oh, they do. They've got a UAZ. So we're going to see what they go for. Now, typically with this, look at this circle position. They could definitely try and find themselves a boat. Now, I'm not sure if one's going to even be available for them. We have Pipchamp. They're rocking with the boat here, trying to drive into the circle. All of them not quite in. They can't quite make it into at this current speed. They're going to take quite a bit of damage, probably bring them down to about 30-40% of their health. But here we go. The bridge showdown. Looks like Killia is actually going to be posted in the vehicle here. Now, they're going to be able to see this vehicle. Now they're going to be turning off here. Question is, do they try and ram the blockade? Here comes the shots. TB goes down. Graham goes down. PG goes down. They didn't have an option. Couldn't get across the bridge. Last player up. Low health. Jamco gonna come over. Viper gonna blow the whole vehicle. Wiping out the squad. Giving them full Novo loot. A fantastic play. Look at that, folks. They went for the full blockade, which didn't allow them to just drive past. Sure, one of them got knocked out. The rest of them could have made it across. But that blockade forced them to stop. Slowing down made it for easy shots for this team who had pushed up. They're going to get a full loot there. A fantastic roadblock. Warstorm's team now entering the Novo region. They're going to have some contestant contesting players up ahead. Nope, they're going to go around on the south side. Probably a good move. Looks like a drive-by did happen out here as well. Vehicles shot out of that buggy. Fleeing Panda couldn't flee fast enough. Super scan. Close enough to him. It's going to take him out. The rest of their team, though, is going to really have to hustle to get in the circle. Fortunately, they're not going to take too much damage. Right Killer going to be the one to finish off Fleeing Panda. 2 teams out in the blue zone here. They're going to be taking a lot of damage. No! Game crash. We're coming back here. Hang tight, folks. We got to get back in on this game. This does happen from time to time. We've done a lot of these custom games, and this does happen, unfortunately. Boom back up into the G. Now we should be able to reconnect here. There we go. All right. Back into the action. Circle's closing. We can't see the blue circle anymore. But that's okay. It should come back on this next one. Super Scans team still doing well. They managed to make their way into circle, not taking too much damage. That's where we left off. Looks like blue circle's probably within this radius here. We do have a crate actually coming down. We can actually see these unlooted crates and see if teams decide to go for it here. We do have one vehicle. Elk out here. Let's see if this esports ready game can get going here. We'll see, though. Here we go. Oh, they're going for it. This is a full 4-man team driving up to this circle. Now, they are going to have... Ooh, look at this. It's that douche. He's running up towards the zone. Now, because he is coming up quiet, he could get an opportunity, but I'm not sure if he even heard the UAZ here. This had an MK14 with an 8X, with a cheek pad. They're going to be giving that off to Elking Poppy. Looks like he's going to be the designated sniper for this team. DJ secured himself that beautiful LMG during the last game. This team has been going for the crates. It worked out pretty well from the first game. They got a great ambush on another team as they worked their way into the circle. They've been one of the more aggressive teams, and look at this. I'm not sure if Douche even realizes that this has been looted at this point. Did he hear it? Now, he's still going to see the smoke. I think he did hear it here. He's got his eyes turned over to the left-hand side, and he does see movement down there. He's going to see the movement. Likely that team did hear that buggy. The buggy is quite loud, especially when using the booster. Now, do they know if this has been looted yet or not? Elking's got that MK14. I'm not sure if they even realize they got people looking at him at this point. Oh, they're checking the inside of this building. They're doing a nice clear. Even though we know there's no players there, they don't. So they're doing a great play here. Flash from the outside. DJ pushing in C-Bag. These guys breached in 2 houses during the last game, outnumbered, and took them out. You can see the strategy works out very well for them. They have their designated roles, playing it beautifully. Douche is going to be up top, though. He sees him taking some shots at Elking. He's going to be that MK14 player. They didn't realize they got shots coming out from north. This is going to be the team that got Kamishki. Now aware that they got a sniper out there, though, but look at this. They got 2 other snipers that are farther out in a different direction, so they're going to be keeping their eyes at... Ooh, did they spot it? They're running. DJ gets the vehicle safe. Looks like they're going to make it out of this engagement. They might lose 1 or 2, but it looks like they're going to try and just disengage out of here. Oh, Elking taking a lot of damage. Just barely makes it away. 1 shot! He is 1 HP, folks! That might have even been due to a crash. Elking's going to need to get the revive. This team's pushing in on him. Aria going to be the first one to engage here. Iron Sights, K98. Does he shoot the right target? Got him! Elking Poppy's going to go down to the iron sight. Arya, a beautiful shot, pushing in on this engagement. There goes their big piece of ammo. Seabag taking fire out in the open here. He's got to get to the cover. About 100 more meters to clear. He is going to make it, though. Arya not going to have long range enough optics for that. Douche is going to try and move up, finish off Poppy, but Poppy is going to be exposing his body to at least give these guys an opportunity to take him out and not get that loot. They are inside the circle here. Skull, this was a team that went for the crates last game. Just barely trying to outrun the circle. Not sure if they're going to make it. Killia's team in position up here on blue. And they got an enemy team moving in. It's going to be a three-man Jamco in the single building out there. Do they go for the stealth here? Dan TL's team with Riot Killer. They're going to go ahead, drive past up to the hut here. Huxley now in this game. Looks like he's here for game 2. He's holding down a compound that I love to see, especially on the third person, but they're going to continue on. Looks like up to Mansion, where they're going to have more competition as well. The Mansion actually outside of the circle, though. So it's not ideal for them to be actually pushing into it. But they're pushing into another house with another set of players. Look at the big air backflip from Dan TL and Numb. Unbelievable play by him. They got an angle on these guys up at the top, but couldn't secure any shots in the mid-air backflip. Superscan going to get knocked out. They went for a big play there, folks. We'll see if it pans out. Superscan knocked out, but look, they got the flank. They didn't expect it to come over. They did get some shots out, giving their position away. Mar doesn't realize where the shots are even coming from. Riot Killer right up against the building now. Dan TL's got an angle on him. He's going to connect for some shots. They don't even realize that they're there because they caught him by surprise. Dan TL caught very low. Numb connects. 2 knockouts on it. Super Zach very low health. 2 knockouts, though. Riot Killer's going to be pushing in on it. Got that M4. He's checking the downstairs, making sure nobody's here. He knows all of them are upstairs. Here comes a Molotov up top. He's going for the revive. This could be an opportunity for Riot if he pushes right now. That door's closed, though, so it will give the position away if he does push. Yeah, he's not going to push here. They're going to get both the revives, but great knockouts by that team. They're going to be able to reposition from it. Riot Killer. Frag goes down. I think that might have even been Numb's frag. I'm not sure whose that was. Did a lot of damage to him in that fight off of a beautiful play. This North team, though, they are heading out. Seabag, DJ, Canada Wet. I think they did come away the victors from that fight. But this is where the action is going down right now, folks. They managed to find positioning in their own set of houses. 3 of them there, still 4 of them up in the north. And here comes yet another team. Big Daddy and Diablo. Let's follow in with them. Shot out right from the window there. Diablo takes quite a bit of damage. He's going to find some cover at the vehicle. He's on his own up there as Big Daddy did get knocked down. That looks like who they were focusing. Their other 2 teammates, Bumbies, is just going to completely head out of the full location now. This was a great play by them to send in 2 vehicles. That's going to double their odds of finding a compound that they can safely go to. Unfortunately, it did cost him. Diablo is going to get a little bit of distance. He is going to be able to get the revive on Big Daddy if these guys don't push. And based on that last play right there, I'm not sure if they're going to push. They seem to be playing a little bit more passively. Bumbies and Infinity are looking to support, though. They don't want to lose their teammates here. Bumbies got that mini 8 times. Dan TL taking some shots from the top. That's going to be from our boy in the back, Infinity. They're forced inside. Big Daddy's going to get the revive. A great recovery by this team. Riot Killer pushing him, though. Takes one of the wheels out. Riot Killer's going to go down there. He went for the push. I can respect it, but he's got these 2 players just out in the woods there that are also supporting fire. Makes it very difficult. Dan TL and Numb are going to go ahead, hold their position, make the game continue on, and Bumby's team now getting engaged by a 3-man squad. Infinity's going to hop back in his vehicle, disengage, head back over to his team. Chud's going to finish off Bumbies with his team. 2 of their players knocked out by that fight, though. The frag almost finishes him. A great frag by Bumbies. Very, very well executed, but just not quite enough. They had a lot of health left. It didn't bleed him out too fast. The bleed time just a little bit too slow. Infinity pushing all the way up with his vehicle. Now right underneath. Num's going to be on the rooftop here. He's looking out. Big Daddy did get knocked out once again. Diablo's going for the revive. Infinity just below. Infinity's seeing if anybody's on the ground floor here. Both of them are going to be above. And look at this four-man team still out there. They could be even looking for eyes. Doesn't look like they are. Another team coming in. Diablo clearing his flank, knocks out Cannon away. DJ and his partner do make it out of that. They're going to secure themselves one more kill. That's going to help them on the leaderboards here. You do get points for the kills as well. Looks like this team is rolling out now. They got to get to the circle. All of these teams do. Oh, man. Stort, Mar, Zuper got very lucky. They're going to get all 4 of their players out of this fight, I believe. Oh, but does he flip the buggy? He's going to be okay. They're going to get out there. Now 3v2, minute 10 seconds before this circle starts to close. Smokes are coming down. Num and Dan have to get out of this house and into the circle. There's 3 enemy players looking at him, though. Diablo's actually going for the loot right now. Infinity's pushing up. This is a split team. Dan TL taking some shots on Diablo, who's out in the open going for the loot. Oh, Big Daddy for the assist, and Infinity comes in to knock out Dan TL, saving Diablo. Num's now going over for the revive, but Infinity's pretty much in their building. He can't quite get an angle on it, and they're running out of time now. 30 seconds, Infinity's going to run. They got the knockout. They're going to run. Is he going to just run all the way into circle? Dan TL gets the revive. These teams just play so safe trying to stay in here. Archer's going to find a kill on Arya Silvertail as well. And you can see a lot of these players, some cross action coming down in the circle. Archer's going to find position inside of it. Just at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, though, you can see these players very low health. Both of them trying to work their way into the circle, and neither of them going for the vehicle. Looked like that Daisha could still be in play. Dan TL and Num running out over to the side. Big Daddy's going to get his full heal off, and now they're going to run inside the circle. We'll see which of these 2 teams actually makes it in. Infinity going out early could be the play here. He's going to be able to get in circle. Watch out for these players as they do start running in, but we're going to be in Running Simulator 2017 here in a quick second. 4-man team in position with suppressors. That douche going to be the last one up now for his squad. Quite the tale. 3 players just on the south there. They are going to be in the circle, and this team now entering the circle. Dan TL managed to secure himself a vehicle with Num. Both of them make it out. Very low health, and they're about to go into a compound with 2 enemy teams. Num, both of them wiped out very quickly there. They had to risk it with that low of health. They needed to find some cover. Sitting out in the open wouldn't have been in a play. If they had been the first team there, it would have been a completely different game. A valid risk, but that is going to take them out. Now this 3, Infinity, Diablo, and Big Daddy, can they make it in any safer? Their circle is locked. 2 minutes on the clock. They're going to make it into play. This team, are they taking shots from the south side here? They're very low health. I'm not sure where that's coming from. It looks like it's coming from over here. Jackson got eyes on him with that K98. Looking for some shots, but look at how many players are still alive. 40 players in this circle, folks. This is the circle when it starts closing out. Let's just go for a top down here. Thumbs taking a lot of damage up at the top of your screen. Red team starting to get dropped out. You got a couple players coming in on the right-hand side. Nist and Shorty Guy right over here. Or Storty Giz. Both of them very low. I keep calling him Stort. I'm just going to call you dang Stort. Okay, dog? Very low health. They got position inside the circle, though. At the trees, they're going for more of the forested play, but it's a lot of flat ground out there. I'm not sure if Viper can even get an angle on him at this point. There's a lot of foliage blocking his way, but they're going to have to move up towards him. MS and Steen, both from Kong team, moving up. They got 1 purple just ahead of them, and it looks like their partner is now completely finished off. So this is going to be US Zig up by himself, and this hut is destructible, so it can be destroyed, but a lot of people don't expect players to be in there. Thing is, if you are moving around, there are cracks in that shed, so players will be able to spot you out. Speaking of which, actually, Ben is getting very close. He's got a VSS popping, so he's going to be able to get some stealth shots even to destroy that hut. He's looking for players. Oh, he sees US Zig now moving out of the hut. He's going to take some suppressed shots. Zig's not going to know exactly where that's coming from. He doesn't know if there's partners here, though, Ven. Good connection with the K98 for his partner. Zig not able to find anything. That VSS very difficult to hit at, especially the farther away that you get, the faster the target's moving. Be much better off with an assault rifle, but that just might not be in the cards for him. The fight comes out. Steen and MS drop playful Norwale. Smelly gets knocked out. Now it's going to be up to Ven and Jackson. Both of them do have ARs. It's a two-man team. Look at this split. Look at the split from this team right now. Got the knockout and another one. It's going to be up to Jackson, I believe, right ahead of him here at this tree. Got the knockout. That's a wipe. Kongsteen and MS, fantastic flank. They had the suppressed M16 there, and MS also with the M4, both of them full auto rifles. They heard the shots from that earlier engagement, trying to take out US Zig. They couldn't finish Zig off, so really they just gave their position away there, allowing for this team very strategically to push up, both of them on opposite sides, closing them out. And here comes Chud's team dropping out very quickly. Actually, he wiped a team. Chud with the Grows is now going to have an opportunity to get some loot. And his teammates just outside here. Great plays. We're now down to a 3v4v 2v1. Zig going to be last up for his squad. Just trying to hold out as far as he can. And this is a huge open field closer, folks. Up on the north side, we got Red Bull, TPS, Archer, and K-Thizzle. The other team that we saw at the engagement up north is going to go down with Diablo. They're not going to be in play anymore. Zig going to be the last up over there. Just playing on the exterior. And he's going for the prone play. He's got just on the other side of the road enough of a lip that he's not going to even be able to be seen. And he's so close to the circle. If you look at the circle here, these players are going to have to work their way across an open field. This side is not going to have much cover here as well. He does have a ridge that he can use to try and protect himself if they come up all the way on the top side, but they got this other team just on the north here to worry about. They're going to have to deal with. And here they go. Going for a split push. Chud's going to go over to the right, see if he can find some safety there. Titus and Lazy Haku coming over on the left-hand side. They're going to have a four-man team about to be engaged, though. Kongsteen and MS both working their way in, and they got Zig just up ahead of them. I don't know if they even know that Zig's here at this point. Let's follow in with MS, see how he goes for it. He looks like he is beelining it straight to the hut. He doesn't. He spots it. He spots the movement. Zig standing up. He's going to get a quick drop there. Titus also gets one. That's going to be over from Red Bull's team. Now making it a 3v3v2. Oh, this field. We have seen so much action here over the years. Over the decades of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds gameplay. Lazy Haku jumping out into the middle of the open field. They've got to move, though. Coming out from shots across. Chud trying to give him some cover. Red Bull getting some cover over at the rock there. But Kong's team is not waiting down. Steen taking some shots over for the cross. That's some big hits on Thizzle. Archer taking some of the crossfire there. Now 2v1v2. This team has such good cover, great positioning, and they get the circle again. Kongsteen and MS both into play here. Lazy Haku is trying to run over for Chud. He might be going for the revive here. Steen doesn't realize. They don't realize that the players are even on the left, and Red Bull is suppressing him as well as Titus. Both of them being suppressed at this hunt. That's going to be an opportunity. Nope, knocked out from Red Bull. Titus now last up on a 1v2. Two of his teammates knocked out. That's going to be a finish, folks. Kong MS with the 6 kills. Steen, 2 kills on board. Basilith, also 1 kill on board. And Amabish, this has been one of the strong teams throughout this entire competition here. This is going to be our placement here, folks. Kong MS, this team actually was the team that picked up 20 kills during our qualifiers. This duo, after Basil and Ama going down. Now, I don't know where they placed in that first one, but I'm going to get these scores over to my analysts here. As we get ready for game number 3, the final showdown, folks. Now, coming in for Team 2, actually, they had more kills here. Titus had 7 kills on board. Chud had 6. That was part of that play that you saw over in that sector. Undead, Red Bull, TPS, Archer, and K-Thizzle also had a fantastic play there. Let's check in with this team as we set up game number 3. I'm going to start setting it up while we, before we get the interviews going here. Now, Kong's team took 17th in the last game. They didn't get any kills in that last one. Amabish, Basil. So that is a huge comeback for them. From the bottom 3 to the number 1 spot. Let's make game number 3, folks. Final game. Four-man squad. First person. Weather. Red zone off. Slight boost to the assault rifles here. Let me give the password out to these teams. All right, server information is away, and let's go check in with this team. Let me see if I can find them here. This is Team 11. All right, Team 11 here.
Yeah?
Let's check in with them. Guys, freaking
What's up, man?
fantastic play in that last game.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you very much.
Thank you, man.
The two-man team dynamic, you guys had such a great play. We followed in with it. What were you guys thinking when you only had 2 players left coming into about 30 or 40 players there?
Oh,
It
man.
was just about get the position.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
You pushed up pretty aggressively, though, onto the teams that were shooting. We saw a 4-man team. I think it was 3 or 4-man team in the woods there that were shooting across at a hut. But circle was close. Did you force that push because of the circle, or why did you choose to engage that?
We
The circle, I guess.
The circle, yes.
Yeah, Mikkel, he saw the players up there, and he was just like trying to flank them, and then he got some nice shots in there, and he got all 4.
And then coming down, how'd you feel about the hut and the circle closing on you as well? That definitely helped, right?
Amazing spot, man.
That turned into a fantastic play. You guys had the position up in the hut there. Now, they were actually coming on both sides of you there. There was 2 different teams that were fighting at each other across the field. Just one of those players that was left managed to knock out a couple of the guys that were on your left-hand side that opened up the route for you. And then what did it come down to, a 1v2 at the end?
Yeah, 1v2, I think.
I think it was
Yeah,
one.
1v2.
I think it was 1v2 because the other 2 were knocked out. You guys had a very clean finish there with the circle. First game, the team that had the circle, it was a 1v3, and he couldn't take advantage of the circle quite enough with the amount of players. You guys had the 2, but you were the undermanned team coming into it. Great job out there, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
All right, get ready for game number 3. Let's see how it goes, folks. Let's see if players are in. Looks like we're all still waiting for a couple more players. Checking with some of the other ones potentially here. Give them an opportunity to take a quick break here before we come into game number 3. All right, this was our top 5 finishing teams here. Oh, here we go. So currently, yeah, I don't know how to read this. Let's see. Let me see. Well, we'll see. So it looks like Team 7 currently is in first place with 58 points. Which is... I'm going to get you the top 3 here, guys. 1 second. King Biggs, Modrum, Chanansky, and Lazy Haku. Or, that's the same name. Lazy Haku. Titus, Wingate. Looks like they're currently... So it's King Biggs, Modrum, Chudnosky, and Titus. Or Modrum, Lazy Haku, and Titus. I have their Discord names and their in-game names, so apologies for that. They are currently in first place across the whole thing. These are the leaderboards here. So, Team 7, currently in first. Team 5, in second. It's going to be Jay Braun. Stort Geese. We've been following in a lot on those guys. Zuper Zach. They had a great play in that last one over on the left side of the circle, I believe, but we didn't get a follow-in too much on it. Marstis as well up for it, and currently in third place with 43 points. It's Team 18. So Stoked, Sev, and Pipsqueaker. So you can see some of the teams that finished very high in the first game and very high in the second game are coming through, but the consistency is going to be key. The first place teams, the teams that have finished first, don't quite have it yet. Gremlin, Crazy Crave, PG, and TBM Bogan is actually Team 18. Yes. One more time. Team 18 with 43 points. It's going to be Gremlin, Crazy, PG, and Bogan. All right, we're going to check with the teams, make sure everything's ready. Looks like all players are in. 4-man squad set. First-person camera set. Nice and sunny skies for the forecast today. So that is going to be catering well to the players out on the field. Not going to have to deal with the rain or any of the fog. Weather forecast does appear clear. Slight boost to the assault rifles, and we are set there. I'm going to do one final post. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, this game is number 3 in the matchup. The final of the finals. Teams seem ready to go. We're about to get Game 3 underway. All right. Teams seem good. No complaints. Final check on the rules. 4-man, first person. Red zone's off. Everything else standard except for assault rifles, given a slight boost. Teams are set. I'm in the observer slot. And Game 3 is about to begin. So I believe we have the current roster now linked up here. Coming into the game, we got rank 1 currently being King Biggs, Chud, Lazy, and Titus. They currently have the best odds here. They placed 8th the first game, 2nd the second game. That is the consistency that you need to really boost your score. Second place team, they finished 3rd the first game, 5th the second game. This is, again, the high placement consistency that you see. Tacoma, Mule Skinner, Redneck, these guys won game number 1. First place, game 2, though, they placed down in 18th. That's what really hurt them coming out, now putting them in 4th place slot. The good thing is they already have 40 points on the board. They showed themselves off in game number 1. They could easily come back strong for this placement. This was Kong MS, Kong Steen, Basil, Amabish. They placed 1st in game 2, but you see they placed 17th in game number 1. Putting them in 6th place currently, tied for 4th. Also, though, we do have Archer, K-Thistle, TPS, Undead, Red Bull. They had a very good placing in third in that last game. Such a close game. A bit unfortunate with that final circle, but they managed to keep up all the way to third with all of the action that they had at the beginning. And those are our current top 6 contenders, folks. As we get into the final game. If you are just tuning in, this is a matchup from all of my Mountaineers. Again, I have to give a huge thank you to the moderator team for helping all of this actually happen. Alex 8-Bit Remix Guy, community manager, head moderator, ran the qualifiers for us yesterday for all of these players. We also had a lot of help from Keemsab, MJ Bake, Sticktastic, Phantom, as well as the rest of the mods. This game, we couldn't do, because I am a PUBG partner, I do have access to the custom games, but we couldn't do any big cash prizes or cash pools or anything, unfortunately. However, we do have a trophy on the line, as well as some Discord rep. And we'll see what else we can do, but this is for the money. These are the Mountaineers coming out in our very first tournament that we've ever run. So far, everything going very smoothly, all qualifiers on time, all games on time. Everybody getting in their lobbies on time. We're running this better than any of the pros ever have in history of 2017. Folks, the slam down. And of course, myself solo casting it. I'm sweating up in here. Hey, Mom, could you turn the AC on? Coming into game number 3, Huxley is coming down. Pretty much centered. Let's see if we can actually get a good angle over here. On the map, you can see actually, wow, a lot of them going over to the western side of the map. Nobody really going up towards Stalber or Kamishki. This has actually received a buff in the past couple of months, allowing it to have quite a bit more loot. A lot more zones up at Stalber as well as Kamishki. We're not going to see any of the players even going there, though. Whoa! Whoa, look at the difference in this game. Game 1, we had nobody going down to the military island. Now, 4 teams, is this? Almost all of the teams going down here. They're getting bold. They're looking for plays in the end. 2 different teams dropping in. Just on the eastern side of military. 3 teams total dropping down into the military base. Controls team going to be taken, as well as Kira, Shadow Phoenix, and Warstorm. They're going to be taking the apartments up at the top. The barracks. Looks like Podna is going to secure ATC. Douche. It's that douche coming out again. In this game. Last time he was going aggressive with his team over for the care package drops. Now this team is pretty split up. Ansel on his own. He's going to be trying to find something in here. He's going to hear it's that douche, and Ansel only has a shotgun, so he's going to have to connect on this shot. It's that douche moving his way through. Now he knows there's going to be another team close here, but the question is, do they go for a push? Let's just do a quick top-down approach. Fix it, keeping it on the outside. Ansel holding down his corridor. They're trying to trap this team in. Their other 2 players, it looks like Jib is off all the way up at the comms location. I don't even know where their 4th is. Do they have one? Arya Silvertail. Look at this strategy, folks. Silvertail's playing a solo game. This is going to give him an opportunity to try and get that high placement just by going for the stealth play. Let's keep it down at military, though. As this does load back in. A lot of these teams much closer together. Ansel's going to get that shotgun. He's going to get the finish as well. No other players go down. Great kill by Ansel on the inside. 2-on-1. They're pushing douche. We also have Jib on the left-hand side of your screen. Jib's going to get a couple shots. Gets the knockout on Iom. Jib's partner did get killed, though, and it's going to be up to Jib. Last up. 1v4. They couldn't quite get the finish. Now, IOMN1 is knocked out, and they should be able to get the revive here. But they're going to be expecting 2 players from it. Little do they know that Arya's actually off on the other side of the map playing her own game. She's going up to train in the north. Come back as a damn assassin. I don't know what we're going to see here. Let's follow him with Jib. He's got the 2x. He's got a little bit of range. I don't know if he's going to be able to spot this out here. Let's see what his cam looks like. Now, if he could get any kills, that would be good for his team. Got a nice connection there. Fix It going to get knocked out from that K98 2x. Oh, he's going for the frag finish, folks. Ooh, it looked like a pretty good placement, but not quite enough. Ion is still knocked out. They haven't picked him up yet. They still think that there's 2 players and it's not safe. Jib dropping another frag out. Ion likely will go down in this situation. He's not going to be able to get the revive. Fix It knocked out here as well. Here comes Jib pushing in. He's becoming the aggressor here against so many more players. Oh, he hears another one out in this garage building with him. He's pushing him on the right. I'm going to follow him with his perspective here. Jib gets a little bit more distance. I am no longer there. He's going out towards ATC. He's just going to try and play it safe. This is really going to throw this blue team for a curve. They weren't able to finish that kill. Now Jib's got full health. Managed to knock out Fix It, who's now down to 2. Already used up one of his knockouts, rather. Meanwhile, Kira's team is just having a free-for-all. Got all of barracks, now managed to loot small comms, K-building, and now they're going all the way out to the garages. Plenty of loot for them, and if they can end up in this engagement, they're likely going to be the victors here. We have even more on Military Island here, though, with Green Team, just on the North Road. Big Daddy Long John's secured himself a vehicle. I believe that's with Diablo. No, it's going to be with Infinity. They're working their way over. Dantiel also has a vehicle. Look at how many vehicles are up on the northern part of the island here. Really have a lot of control. And we have Bumbies and Diablo. Those are going to be the partners for Big Daddy. All the way at the south side of the island getting some loot. And the island is actually going to be in play here. Now, we saw Bridge Camp coming out in Game 2. The question is, do we see another one? Coming all the way over to Primorsk here, Knuckles and his crew. They do have a full squad looting the city right now, but that full squad is going to be basically solo at this point. I think Jamco called out the boat entering over because Viper's starting to adjust over to the south side. Oh, but he's gonna get an engagement right up here. Shots coming out. He does have an AKM. Spots one. No vest for him. Can't connect for all the shots. Sergeant CeeLo still has a little bit health. Gonna get the knockout finish there. Got the other players right over there. They start taking some shots. Viper caught a little bit low, but he is going to get the kill and get out. So now it's going to be a 3v4 Killia, and both of them are going to probably adjust down over. Jamco did take a little bit of fire from this team. All 3 of these guys really grouped up well. The one solo player just got a bit unlucky with Viper already in position there. They didn't realize there was going to be a 4-man team waiting for him as they came up on the boat. Now, they didn't beach the boat, so they still will have an opportunity to escape in it if they want to. But Viper actually pulled back. Knuckles trying to see if he can spot Viper at that warehouse. And Bolt could get an opportunity to come all the way over on the flank here. It looks like Bolt is still doing a little bit of looting as the team is engaging. Killia, though, is rotating over for the assist. At least he's working his way, it seems. He did pick something else up there, so I'm not sure if he's going for a full adjustment here. Jave's trying to find where he is. Frag comes out, does take a little bit of damage from it. Jared's going to back up. Who is he shooting at his own teammate there? Got a little bit scared. Knuckles going over for the cross. Shelby taking a little bit of damage. Jamco really laying down a lot of fire. Knuckles gets an angle on him. Knuckles going to knock out Jamco. Oh, down he goes to that AKM from Viper, though. Viper getting a great position up on the rooftop. He got a little bit of elevation. 4x'd out there. Now 2 knockouts. Likely going to be the kill here. Jamco still will have time as Bolt is finally rotating over. It looks like he only has an Uzi, which is why he was just really trying to find some type of long-range gun to engage with. Viper's got that 4x, so he was a beautiful asset with that AKM. Knuckles is going to get a revive here. Bolt loses the angle. Killia's going for the revive as well. Ooh, not going to be able to get it, though, as they did get the revive, get eyes back on him very quickly. Now, 2 of the players knocked out. Bolt's going to have an angle over here. Bolt knocks out Knuckles, coming over on the flank, though. Bolt's got it. Good shots on JR. With an Uzi, comes over, gets the reload out as well. Likely he's got the quick draw on it. Gonna get the knockout on Jer. It's gonna be 1 player left up for him. Right behind it, Knuckles knocked out. Bolt gonna get knocked out, though. Shelby, last up, did manage to push over, get the finish on there, and it's now gonna be Viper up in the clutch. These 2 teams slaying each other out. Now, they're gonna know the knockout is right behind their Knuckles now going completely down. Viper might be able to get an angle, but both of these guys now last up for their squads. Shelby's gonna go for a little bit of loot here, and that's likely not what you want to do, although he did just do a very quick loot. Got what he needed likely and headed out. Oh, Viper doesn't see him. Good turn on. Switching over to secondary guns. Viper's gonna connect for the UAZ finish on it. Shelby just couldn't get that final kill. Very low health there and a great finish. Viper's gonna keep it alive for his team. Just barely, though. Coming down back over to military base. Looks like Ansel and Pognar are going to be the last 2 up for their team. So one other player did go down, likely to Jib's hand. Although the green team, they did head out. That's going to be Control with Kira. Warstorm, they looted up all of military there, and then they headed to the bridge. They're holding for the bridge camp here. They're going for the highlight reel, folks. Now down to only 2 players on the south side of Military Island. We've been focusing a lot down there, but that's just where a lot of the action has come down to. Coming back up to the north side of the island, though, we do have... let's see if Jibs' teammate is still out here, actually. So we're following with Jibs. Jibs' teammate did go down, so Jibs going to also be up a solo for his team. We've really been following in a lot of the action. I think Nugmug... he still has his entire team up at George Pool. Looks like they've been able to get a lot of loot up there. Ease still in it on this game. Some unfortunate early go-downs for their team we got to see during games 1 and 2. Moose and Skyman, who also had some fantastic plays during those early games. Where's Nugmug's team, though? Oh, this is actually part of the same team. There you go. They're just a bit spread out. They've got all George Pool, and they are in the circle. Coming up at the top, looks like we have a couple solo teams roaming through. Redneck's going to make it in. This team, look at, they're going up for the Zarky play. It panned out perfectly for them game 1, getting them first place, folks. They're pretty much on the same exact route that they used in that first place game. Now in game number 3, and they have a lot more circle luck, although not too much, as Noin is taking a little bit of damage. Looks like they are going to get a vehicle, though, so they're going to be able to pick Mule up, get into the circle. They got Kong, MS, game 2 winners. Kong, MS, their entire team still in. Kong, Steen as well. Amabish and Basilith all still in play, but they are coming in close on each other, so we might see an engagement down there. Looks like they did decide to leave the bridge camp, but now they're coming up on Tangos. Control finds Thims up ahead. Thims dropped very low here, but so was Control. Coming over for the assist. Kira gets the knockout on Thims. Christian goes down as well. Warstorm laying down some fire up top. Madism, 1 health left. Frag's going to get the knock and the finish. Another frag coming out. Beautiful frags. Now it's going to be a final up for Eco. With 2 of his players knocked out. Control's going to find it. Great shots. Eco, 1 health. He's going to run. He might just try and stay alive, but I'm not sure where he can go with the water just there. Thumbs is taking cover on the inside. He's going to be able to call out some of the positionings. That being 4 people on your ass, Eco. Run like the wind! Eco has no health here. He gets some cover, though. I don't know how he manages to stay alive. They don't know what happened to him. Confusion going down. They know there's at least 1 other player up, though. Even if they can't math, they know that that was still a knockout. Unless it was 2 teams, but highly unlikely. Unbelievable. Eco manages to stay alive from that engagement. Great plays by Control, Kira, and Warstorm and Shadow Phoenix, though. I gotta say, that 4v4 just caught him by surprise, I believe. They came off the bridge, drove all the way into the compound. Likely these guys knew they were coming in. It's hard to tell because we weren't able to follow in with the action the entire time. Regardless, both those teams engaged at the same time. They came out on top and still have all 4 of their players still alive. Viper still down at Primorsk. We got the North teams coming over. Kong, MS still in play. All 4 of them on the run, though, and so far to go. They got perfect circle positioning at the very end of that last circle, though, and they did have quite a run in Game 2 as well, so they might be able to make it in here, but there's not a lot of vehicles on the road ahead for them. Lieutenant Nguyen, Game 1 winners, working their way into the circle. Look at Kira actually finding Eco. You can see on the kill feed there, Eco now going down. That's going to be the final finish for him. Great find by him. Smelly K9 and his team working their way into the circle up on the northern perimeter. Could see coming down from the top down. Lieutenant Nguyen's team is coming into some action just ahead. They are going to keep it wide, though. Nugmug, Noose, Moose, Skyman, and Ease. They all had George Pool loot up there. It looks like they made it down to Gatka and got full Gatka control. I'm sure they're watching these guys drive by right now. That they are. They're going to hold their fire, though. They don't know if anybody else is in their region. And potentially, those guys might even circle back. Question is, were they able to spot the team in Gatka there? Regardless, they're not even going to deal with it at all. Likely they did spot it. They're going to go ahead and move up. TBM Bogan, they're going for high placement here, folks. Seeing if they can at least. One of our leaders in the tournament so far. Let me see if I can pull the leaderboard up one more time. See if our #1 team is still in play. Chud, Lazy Haiku, and King. Can't seem to find them at this moment, but that's okay. We'll see if they're still there at the end. Viper just barely staying alive out here. Look at these 2 teams about to come together. Let's follow in on the action. 4-man team in the house. Look at these guys. Nguyen, Mule Skinner, Tacoma. These guys are our 4th place right now based on games 1 and 2. Coming up on Stort, these are our place 2. This is team number 2 versus team number 4 right here. Now, they are both inside of the circle. Team 2 does have a lot of really good positioning inside the houses here, although they're not actually inside the houses. So we'll see if that factors into the gameplay. This team just holding out in the woods right now, and they don't really have any other contenders close to them. Shots going down on the right. Looks like that's Control's team engaging. They're going to really want to pick up a lot of kills here. Smelly K9 actually low health out here. Fight's going down. His entire blue team under a lot of pressure. The other team, though, this is Kong MS's team. And Kong Steen. And I'm a Bish. Just gotta love saying their names, am I right? Long range engagement, 2 minutes before the circle starts to close. So Stoked knocks out Nugmug, who's over back at Gatka. Looks like they're finding some fights. I was actually with the Mini 14 as well. Look at this. No, they're driving. They're madman driving through the whole thing. Stort goes down. Super Zach goes down. Only 2 of them making it through. Super Zach should be able to get the revive here. This is going to be really difficult for him. Already losing some players here. Purple team gave their position away, though, and we could see Redneck trying to engage. They seem to be a little bit more passive of players, so I'm not sure if we're going to see it. At the top of your screen, you could still see that last fight that we had going on up at Smelly and Kong. Right up there. Those guys are outside of the circle. Minute left on the clock. Looks like Super Zach is going to get the revive. They only lost one of their players, and they're going to make it nowhere near the circle, folks. Nowhere near. This is it. This is our #1 team. We found them. Look at, he's got 2 level 3 helmets. Titus, Lazy Haku, this is the team currently in first place, and they're doing well so far. All they need is a relatively high placement, and they could be the champions here today. Just as I say that, though, here comes a 4-man. Shud taking some early shots. DJ taking a lot of fire. Seabag caught low health. Shud's got a great position up some elevation, but Canada Wet's coming in on his flank. Let's follow in with them. Gets knocked out. Shud has got his shot on point. 3 of them knocked out. Seabag left in the clutch on a 1v4 here. Seabag goes down. The 4-man team keeps it together. Look at that execution. The vehicle rolled up. Now, they definitely had a huge advantage. That team rolled up in the vehicle, and there's not a lot you can do in that situation. You have to be able to find cover. The good thing is that team did have some cover to take advantage of, and you even had one player going around for the flank on the tree call-out. But Chud just really had his shots on there. 2 kills on board for him. Lazy Haku getting the other 2. That was actually their first engagement of this game so far, but they called a lot of attention to themselves. Here comes US Zig. Caught out quickly, though. Titus is going to find those shots. Dusty Doctor Who going down. This team's been playing it quite aggressively. US Zig now knocked out. They went for crates. They're pushing fights here. Now, they are safe. 1 kill for Pip on board. I believe that was from the team that was driving earlier. Now, they're making a lot of noise, and they got the #1 team from Game 1 just north of them. You can see this fight all the way out in the north side of the circle as well. Looks like it's going to be disengaged by it. That northern fight. MS's team just trying to get as high a placement as possible. And they don't need to take that fight all the way up there right now. The kills are not going to be as significant to them. Dusty Doctor Who does get revived. But I believe that is going to be the finish. That's going to be a very... There goes Skull. It's going to be Pipachap up in the clutch, and he's completely changed positions on him. Going much farther out to the north, but the entire time they were working on that team that was outside of the circle, they just set themselves up for death by Redneck's team. Although Frag just landed pretty close to him, their position might already be blown. Taking a lot of circle damage. Mule Skinner only took a little bit there, but the rest of that blue team just south of him took quite a bit. Titus coming around on the right side of the village. Mule Skinner just has enough cover where he's not going to be able to be spotted at this point. He's following with Titus. He does know that there's players there, though, dropping a frag out on it. And it looks like that team is going to disengage the fight. Ooh, Titus going for the jump. I'm not sure if he spotted it at the tree there. Even if he did, it might not be worth going for the fight. 4 kills for Chud on the board there. Huge fights going down elsewhere on this circle, though. Looks like it's the south side. 2 players just died from it. And look at this. Warstorm now 3 kills on his board. They're pushing into this compound, which is very dangerous to be a part of, especially to this hill. This hill's got a great angle on all of these, as you can see with Huxley getting knocked out from the headshot from Control. Beautiful K98 shot from Control, who was caught a little bit low health there. Jib still in play, though. This was this player that we saw down at the military base. His team dying out. He's last up. Gets himself the Dacia. Been playing the outside of the circle. He's going to circumvent all of this action. Get himself inside that circle. And this is bad. 40 seconds on the clock. They don't have a vehicle anywhere close to him. They're going to have to cross an open field. And then they did get one of the knockout. The question is, does Kira, Warstorm, Control, and Shadow go for the field cross right now? What's their play? Looks like they are going to disengage and try and make their way up the circle, especially without a vehicle. They're going to see if they can find one on the road over here. Oh, man, but I'm not seeing much. They got a buggy just ahead of them if they can make it far enough. Dan TL, Super Scan, Riot Killer still in play with Nub. Titus gets a knockout at Mule Skinner. That was the team that we saw back over here. Huge fights going down. Look at this cross action. TPS's team also finding Kong's team at the same time. They're crossing an open field, folks. Not much cover from them. 2 different teams shooting at him. I can't even follow this engagement. Titus's team just at the tree ridge there. They're going to be finding angles on him, and this could be the elimination of this team. very early. Kong MS already down. Noin now knocked out. This is from two different teams that are top finishing teams. We might not see him make it all the way to the end here. King Big's team, though, is the current #1 placing. Titus, very low health, but they had the tree cover, giving them a huge advantage. Chud makes his way up to the compound just ahead as well, and he's going to be able to clear this out a little bit early. A fantastic play. 3 of these guys hanging back. Keeping eyes, giving him cover so Chud at least could make his way in. He's going to be able to scout it out, call out the at least south buildings are clear. As long as they get cover in some of these south buildings, they're going to be able to stay alive at least in the next circle, giving them the higher placement. Basilith now knocked out. Kong Steen's going to be last up for his team here, just trying to heal. It looks like he's going for placement at this point. Taking some meds. He's going for the run. TPS's team. Look at this angle they have, though. This is unbelievable. This house, you don't see people going into this house too often. There's a lot of hilltop here that can be a disadvantage for him. Be inside of this house. TPS trying to spot it. I'm not sure. He sees it. TPS sees it, but he can't get an angle. Kongstein's going to make it in. Tacoma knocked out, though. That's his partner. Oh, no, that's the kill. Steen gets it, and he's going to get rock cover here. A fantastic play, keeping his team in this right now. He's going to get the first aid. He's got positioning. Jackson's just up on the hill here, though, and he's not going to be taking the fights, it looks like. Jackson going to be last up for his team as well. Doesn't want to take it, but Titus, he's pushing this fight. Titus cleans up. This is the aggressive gameplay that you need for a Team 1 finish. Already in first place here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in, you are tuning into Game 3 of the Championship Series. 26 players left in the final game. Oh, wow, Shadow Phoenix's team is actually still alive. They ran across the entire field. Now all 4 of them are alive, fully boosted at that. 3v4. They're pushing in on Zupersak and his 3-man team. He's following with Shadow here. Frags in. Looking for players. Not going to find any here. Round on the outside. Warstorm goes for the flank. Warstorm pushes very aggressive, finds some cover. They're now 360 covering the windows. Mar goes down. Kira goes down. Shadow goes down. Control now last up for his team with Warstorm. They're going to get the finish on Kira. That was a quick turn of events there. Good push in, taking Super Sacks down. Nist taken out, clutching it for the team. Control. Now Warstorm and Control going to be the last 2 up on the south side of Circle. Circle is closing, though. I don't think he can go for the revive. Control now going to have to go for Circle. King Biggs just up ahead here. What an engagement. Control still keeping it alive for the team. He's got a 3-man team to worry about just ahead of him, but they're about on a 3... No, is Titus part of the team? Titus is part of the team. That's a 4-man. Very close, though. King Biggs is going to take damage, get knocked out. Titus coming over on the left-hand flank, gets some shots on Sev, takes out Pipsqueaker. Now it's going to be up to Huxley, last on his team. Circle stops closing, drops some frags out, laying down some pressure is Chud over on that southwest side. Huxley's going to be knocked out. Sev gets the heal off. He's not going to go for a revive here. He's going to go for the kills. But Chud's completely surrounded. Control even at the bottom of the circle there. He hears some shots from Titus, finishing off his teammates. Excuse me. Trying to finish off the final there, though. Sev's going to get finished, though. He heard the shots coming over from that bottom side, but there's not much you can do when you have that many players coming up against you. Chud, Lazy Haku, and Titus make it out. One of their players dropping out. Control coming up on the right-hand side. I think he did find one that was out there. I want to say Biggs was down there, and I'm not seeing him anymore. Super Scan just takes a huge headshot from PG there, all the way up at the top of the hill with that K98. 3 players for him. He only has 1 kill for his team, though. That's going to be Bogan. Oh, actually, Crazy Crave has 2 on board as well. Super Scan is safe there, though. Numb might be able to get the heal, but here comes Control. They don't expect it. Control's going to get the finish on both of those players. But PG's now going to know there's one more there, and Control has no idea where these players are. Or does he? He heard the shots earlier. Got the 4X. Top 11. Headshot on PG! Goes down! 2 players versus 1. TPN Morgan spotted out Cronin through the field here, very close to Control. He's going to find the kill. Now 1v1, Peachy's going for the revive up the top. Will Control be able to spot this, though? He knows the knockout was up there, but he's looking left. He doesn't know how many total players he's even go against. Chud finds 2 kills. Peachy does get the revive. We're sticking on the top down here. 3 teams. Control is a solo. Peachy's going to get knocked out from him. Crazy Crave last up for his team. And you got the 3-man team. Unbelievable. Control's going to get a huge 2-piece here, taking his team even farther. 1 versus 3. I think this is it. Titus's team is already in first place in this game. They took placement 2 in game 2, placement 8 in game 1. And now potentially first in game 3. One versus 3. Control at the top of the hill. Just following from his perspective. He thinks he might hear some movement out on the left. He definitely heard the frag. Might have seen the movement there. He's pushing on the right. Huge flank. Gets caught out, though. No! Chud manages to finish the kill. 12 kills on board for Chudnowski. Titus, 6 kills. Lazy Haku, 2 kills. A great showing, though, by Control's team. They managed to somehow cross that field. It was really good decision-making in that final game. Control barely taking the clutch for it. 6 kills for his team. 3rd place was Crazy Crave. I'm now sending the scores over to the analysts. And we're going to tally up the finals here, folks. Sending the scores over to the analysts. We'll be back with an interview as well. Scores are being tallied now. I think it's safe to say Chud, Lazy Haku, and Titus and King Biggs took it, though. I'm assuming this at this point. But with an 8th place finish, a 2nd place finish, and then a number 1. This is the consistency. All 3 of those games coming out in the top 10. I'll get a full analytics report here, but before we get into that, let's bring it in with those players. See if I can get comms positive with them. It might be premature to call, but guys, an insane game. Are you kidding me? Chud, 12 kills in that last game.
I mean.
With a solo squad wipe.
Yeah.
What? Now, were you guys a full-man squad that came into this game, or were you randomly matched?
No, 3 of us were waitlists.
3 of you were waitlisted coming into this game.
We never played once together at all.
This is the first time
until the qualifier.
Yeah, until the qualifier.
I have about 8 kills in this entire game.
What do you think it was? Was it your team play then, or was it just strong individual players?
Both. We all worked really well as a team. We made some mistakes, obviously, because the first game we got destroyed. We were only in 7th place, but 2nd game and 3rd game we came back together as a team, and then Chud, with his wrecking on that last game. soloing.
I mean,
That's
were you guys going for aggressive play style? What was your strategy going through the whole thing?
Just then on that one, we were planning to like just hang back that game, but then
We
getting
had
into
a
the late circle.
That didn't seem to happen.
Yeah,
12 kills is not hanging back there, buddy. Hate to break it to you.
It just happened. I just started getting aggressive after the first few ones, and I decided to push.
Well, what happened was after the first 2 games, we had a 14-point lead. So we were like, if we place in the top 3, even with 0 kills, we should win this. So originally on that last game, our plan was we're just going to camp houses. Just get looted up as best as possible and then chill.
Yeah, you guys did have good position in houses as you came down from the north, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that you guys drove up on us, we wiped them out.
Yep.
And then there was another squad running up on us that we wiped out.
That whole northwest side had an insane engagement that you guys just had a good angle on at one point, and somehow managed to make it through. That was where most of the cluster of the fighting was, which is why you had so many kills there. That's where a majority of the players were. Down on the south side, Control was the last player you went up against there. 3v1. What was your strategy to push on him to get the final kill? I saw Chud actually pushed up on him.
Honestly, I was trying to get us behind the wall. Chud was like, nah, I just wiped out a squad. I'm not being I'm
yeah,
invincible.
Chud went very close there. Control barely heard him at the right, turning over on him, but Chud, you knew the general location where he was, right? From his earlier shots?
Yeah, I heard him coming, and I thought he would hear me. He got a few shots off on me, but I just...
Yeah, the thing was, he just came out of another fight that he had taken down a full squad, actually. He solo took down... There was 2 squads fighting each other. He took one down. There was another up on the hill, took them down, and didn't know where the rest of the players were. So he was looking farther left to see where you guys were, but a 1-on-3, great playthrough there. So you had trouble during game 1 then for 8th place, you said? 7th or 8th?
Place.
But managed to come back strong. Game 2, you took 2nd place as well.
Yep.
Very nicely done, guys. Very nicely done. Anything else to say?
I need to thank these guys because I'm a complete noob playing this.
Yeah.
King Pigs.
He was talking the whole entire time. I was like, I don't know the controls.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Unbelievable. Hey, but
I
King
don't
Pigs
deserve this.
coming out, dude, taking 1st place in the first Mountaineer Open. Unbelievable. Hey, well, you're going to have to add these guys as friends. To tell you right now, maybe they're your good luck charm. Maybe he's your good luck charm. You never know.
I was expecting some lad playing from Australia as well.
Playing from Australia. Where are you guys from?
Yeah.
Chud?
Ireland.
Texas.
Ireland, Texas, Australia,
California.
and California. Lazy. Unbelievable, folks. All right, well, let's check in with some of the other teams, guys. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for hosting.
Thank you.
All right, let's stand by here, see if we can get see what the rosters say. Results are in, folks. Results are in. Pulling it up. Unbelievable. Look at this, folks. I'm pulling it up right now. We got the final scoreboard. You're not going to believe these results. We're going to get an interview with these teams as well. Coming in 2nd place was Control, Kira, Shadow Phoenix, and Warstorm. This was the team. Control's placement in this last game gave them enough points to bring them up, and with the kills on board, by 1 point to give them 2nd place. By 1 point. And the team that he killed came in 3rd. PG with that incredible headshot, then headshot right back. PG, TP, TBM Bogan, Crazy Crave 3-2, who had a fantastic game. Gremlin Doug as well. Fantastic. Just by 1 point came in 3rd place. We'll need to double check these scores. I believe we have throughout the games to make sure these are all final. But coming in 2nd place, Kira, Control, Phoenix, and Warstorm. Let's see if we can get an interview in with them. I told you this game would be competitive, folks, but that is some unbelievable gameplay. And you can see the consistency here. They placed 7th, 6th, and then 2nd, all within the top 10. Let me see if I can find their team. Here we go. Coming in, Team 19, we have Kira, Control, Shadow, Phoenix, Warstorm. You guys.
Yeah.
Results are in. You took 2nd place.
Holy shit. God.
Okay.
Wait,
by 1 point.
Okay, wait.
Wow.
Stone, if you rewatch the stream, you can see that the last bullet of my Scar actually knocked him, but the netcode gave it to him. You can see him slump over. Yeah.
Yep.
Unbelievable. We'll have to look back on it.
There was a suspect when I got shot too. I was behind a building and he was up.
He
the
got
hill
shot
somehow
through
and
a
shot me.
building, through about 500 meters away through a building.
But that was fun, Stone. Appreciate it.
I'm okay with second.
Great game.
Second place, Control. I got to check in with you, man.
Yeah.
That we were following in with you on game 3 there. You had a great finish on the team that was in the hut. 2v1.
Yeah.
One of them was already knocked out. You got the cleanup there. Looked over to the right. You saw PG up there. Were you using the K98? Did you headshot him?
Yeah. He got smacked.
He got
I don't
smacked
even think
indeed.
he knew where I was. He was looking at the shed still.
That's who he was shooting at. You came out of nowhere there, coming up from the south side. Let me tell you, that kill put you in 2nd place because PG's team came in 3rd there. Just barely.
Yeah, I knew
you guys
that,
had a push on those houses that were just south there, though. That was insane. You guys were pushing in on that houses. What went wrong there? Because actually, only Control made it out.
It was actually a little bit of miscommunication. We said we were going to push the building, but I think I jumped the gun a little bit, and I ended up pushing first. I got a knock, but then I got taken out.
Yeah, there was a guy farther west by a rock, and then I guess someone else like way off that got Storm. I have no idea where he was. But
yeah, you guys had a
Storm
nice surrounding there, and you guys were watching that east side window, and then it was kind of like everybody folded up on the outside. A couple players went on the south side, didn't get an angle. One of the knockouts happened. Regardless, Control came around on the top side, got the knockouts on him, cleaned it up.
Yeah, I knew that I had to go right for those guys where like Page was and stuff though, because I knew that we were behind so much in points and we needed kills bad, and I'm glad it worked out, honestly.
That was the play.
That was clutch.
That was the play.
Control is always good in the clutch. Every single game that I play with him, if he's the last man up, he'll pull it home.
Well, we saw you guys actually down at the military base as well. When you were looting that, there was 2 other teams fighting over to your right-hand side.
Yeah.
Well,
over
our
on the
strategy
east side.
was to clear as much as we could and then go and camp the bridge. I actually saw Diablo's head poking out of the water, swimming across back to the mainland. So I was
decided to go cut him
Control
off.
goes, let's get in the car, let's go and cut them off. But Tim's team actually rolled up on a boat in front of them, and we took them out instead.
Yep.
We don't know where Diablo's
So they
team
came
is.
up on a boat then? Is that what happened? Because
Yeah,
I
they
saw
came up on a
you
boat.
guys went on a
Don't know
huge
where
4-on-4
Diablo
at the pier there. It went 4-on-4. You guys, it looked like both of you engaged at the exact same time. So I didn't know who had the drop on the other, but you guys had the drop on the boat that came up?
Yep.
Yeah, we were there.
were waiting for him.
We got out, we saw the boat coming, and we just flooded it.
A huge play.
Tim's almost got me. That was
very close. He
clutching a
reacted
little
quickly.
bit there.
But then
Yeah,
the
that
one
last
player
one.
ran away. You guys barely found them. A fantastic game from you. 7th place for the first game, 6th place for the second, and 2nd place for the third. That's the consistency. And this was a pre-made team, correct?
Yep, it was.
Pre-made team definitely helped out. You guys had some time in practicing, and definitely.
No, we actually didn't. We had not played a single full game together as a whole
Until
squad until
qualifiers.
30 minutes before
Actually, yeah.
yesterday. We played one full game together because it was just conflicting schedules.
Well, we've played before, but not recently.
We've all played together before, but for tournament practice, the only ones that ever got to actually practice together were really me and Shadow. We played probably 6-7 hours a day together every day for the last 2 weeks.
I'm coming off of like a 3-week break. I came back on like Wednesday, and this is where I got. So
unbelievable, guys. Nice work. Taking 2nd place in the championship.
Do we get a trophy?
I'm going to go check in with Team 3. We'll talk about all that later, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. You're going to get some stuff. Thank you for playing.
No problem, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for hosting this.
Absolutely, guys. All right, we're going to see if we can get an interview with Team 3 now. Taking third place was Gremlin, Crazy, PG, and TBM Bogan. See if I can find them here. Team 3. Oh, they're gone. They're gone. Great play by them. Let's see who else we got here. Here we go. We got the Team 5. Guys, placed. Nice work out there. Let's see. Team 5. Placed 5th. Let me see if we have a Red Bull and Archer available as well before we get to that.
Stone?
Yes. Infinity
Yo,
Diablo.
Stone?
Let's see here. I'm seeing if I can find... Team 5. Team 4. Let me see if I can find it here. Team 18. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got Team 3. We got
Mute
Team
yourself,
3 here.
Grimmy.
We got
He's
Team
here.
3 here. Team 3. You guys placed third. Crazy Crave. Gremlin Doug. Peachy.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Big fat low.
Guys.
Yeah.
Gotta check in with you. First game, second place finish. Were you guys a pre-made team coming into this?
Nope. We're
No.
all
We don't
solo.
just-
We got queued up, but thanks to you guys.
All solo. We played. So if you guys didn't know, we did a 4-man. You could queue up as a 4-man team, or you could do solo. We would match the team for you. These guys coming together seem to. Did you do any practice games before coming into it?
Just a couple of games on Saturday before the actual.
Before the
Qualifier.
qualifier, we played 2 games together, and then we got into your 4th qualifier.
Fantastic. Placed third on it. What happened in game 2 though? 19th finish.
That bridge
Was
camp
them
got us.
camping on the bridge.
Oh, you were the team. Oh,
Yeah.
man. We saw that happen as well. They were so well positioned. I mean, did you try and get out of that? What were your thoughts as soon as you saw the vehicles there?
Well, the guy driving, he didn't actually see the vehicles up until we were past the second set, and by then it's either
Just
fight or
too
flight.
late, weren't it?
Yeah.
Every time around then, we would have been dead anyway. So
Once you get to that point, it becomes very difficult
no
to turn back.
return.
And as soon as you slow down, you're pretty much taken out. Placed 19th from it. Unfortunately, not many points. But, man, game 1, though, second place. That was Crazy Crave, right?
Yeah, that was me. I
Crazy.
tried my hardest to pull it out.
That was a fantastic position. How long were you up solo in game 1 there?
just for the last little bit.
Last little bit, yeah. I had a squad mate, I think it was Grim, that might have been Bogue, to the tree to my left when I was behind those rocks. He got knocked, and I flanked around, and I just waited for those guys under the bridge to make their way up.
Yep, you caught those guys out. Unfortunately, you went 3 versus 1 against the
Yeah.
other team that they actually were completely in the open on the left-hand side, but you were keeping eyes on those 2 guys that were just north of you there. Probably the right call. Finished you in a top 2 placement, which just gave you enough points to edge it out, coming in 3rd. But game 3, you got taken down. Unfortunately, you got taken down by Control there.
Now, I'm going to say with controls, I mean, hey, I want to 1v1 you again, man. That was a great fight. I'd love to get another shot at that guy. He's damn good.
Did you know? When did you realize that Control was coming in?
When he wiped out that squad that Peach had knocked down with those headshots inside the barn,
That's exactly what I thought there. You guys, I saw the knockout that happened. I mean, PG, you had such a great shot in there with that K98, knocked one of them out. There was one of them, or maybe it wasn't that exact one, but there was one knocked out in the hut there, and then the partner went in to heal it. In came Control, got the 2-piece on it. That's when you adjusted over. Were you up last alive at that point, Crazy?
Yeah, I was the last one up. When he knocked down PG,
right,
Mark popped him with that headshot, and I rotated over. I knew it was Control, and I didn't know how many squad mates he had left up, and I went for the push, and he beat me 1v1. I'd love to get a shot again at him.
Control came off of a hard fight. He lost his entire team just before that engagement, but he was ready to go for that fight. Quickly saw you guys and managed to get the kill. He saw the 2 fights going down, had a great shot. But as a matter of fact, you guys took third by 1 point. Second place, they beat you by 1 point for second. Control, Kira, Phoenix, and Warstorm. Regardless, though, you guys had a fantastic performance, really consistent in games 1 and 3. Unfortunate in game 2. I think it could have been even further out there. Great job out there, guys.
Hey, appreciate it, Stone. Appreciate putting us on, man.
Thank you guys for playing the first tournament.
No problem. I'm sure we'll be playing again.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's a team right there. That's a team right there. Thank you again. A huge thank you to Alex, 8-Bit Remix guy, community manager here. Let's see if we can get an interview in. Here, Alex.
Alex just bumped out.
Oh, he hopped out. All right.
Yeah.
There it is. We had the mod team. We had Alex, Kemasab, MJ, Phantom, Mr. Statastic was helping. A bunch of the moderators helping to make this possible. Alex, how'd you feel about the tournament?
I feel like this was incredibly successful, and I cannot wait to do it again. It was
Huge
very
thanks
stressful.
to Alex, guys. You got to give him mad props. He ran the qualifiers. He helped push me to get all this done. I was worried that we wouldn't be, based off the last 2 tournaments that I was a part of and how much issues was in both of them and how slow and how delayed they were, I was a bit worried.
I strive to fix the issues that I saw.
We still
in
got
those
it worked. It still worked, and it was still awesome tournaments for sure. And they've made more improvements to the game as well. But damn, did that run smooth. All the qualifiers were on time. All the main games were on time. We had some great games. And I appreciate all of you guys tuning into the live stream. Again, a huge thank you to all of the Mountaineers for taking part of this live stream. Every one of the guys on the list here. We could sit here for much longer, keep doing interviews, but we're gonna end it here. A huge thank you to all of you guys. We did this in honor of reaching 1,000 Patreon supporters. I wouldn't be making any of this content or doing any of this without you guys, and I wanted to just focus it all on you today. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys who were participating in it. Thank you to you guys that couldn't make it out. I know we can't accommodate everybody, but I think we did a pretty solid job for it. I got to give a huge thanks to all the tips today. I was just focusing on the gameplay as much as possible, but Infinity, Sally coming out. Sorry for this. Oh, it took so long. Hey, Sally, it's all good. Apples, thank you for the 556. Familia Cobra with the 10 bomb during this. Darth Raptor, Num1 dropping a tack nuke on this one, thanking the mod team. It says thank you and the whole mod team for this. You guys rock. Toby Wan with the 556 ammo. Bat Mowers dropping a 10 bomb as well. My squad was 4 points away from playing. 6th place in the 4th qualifiers. Close, man. We wanted to keep it as competitive as possible. Just keep those top players in just the top 5 slots qualified for this. EB Morgan dropping a 10 bomb as well during this. Time to rattle the cattle. Get in. Apples dropping another 7.62 during this. Use this for the sniper kills. Love it when you snipe, bro. Yo, appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. What Aussie doesn't love chicken parm? Mayanis Hertz with the 556. Also, hail to the chief. Vice Admiral dropping the first tip for today. Let's get ready to rumble. And boy, did we rumble. Also have to give a new thanks to the brand new Mountaineers. Spencer Nelson, brand new Mountaineer Sergeant. Thomas J. Barbaritz, brand new Mountaineer Sergeant. Jake Alvarado, a brand new Mountaineer. Welcome to the squad, guys. We also had Darren Scanlon, 5th month Mountaineer Sergeant. Welcome back. Matthew Kurluck with a 2-star Mountaineer Sergeant pledge, brand new. Welcome to the squad. Yaponda T. Grill, 2nd month Mountaineer Sergeant. Cody Pruitt, brand new Mountaineer Sergeant. Silux, 4th month Mountaineer. Richard Olson, 2nd month Mountaineer. Curtis Brown, 3rd month Mountaineer Sergeant. Guys, I mentioned it already, but a huge thank you for all the support. Maybe we'll do this again in the future. We'll see what the demand is like. I thought this was really fun. It was a lot of work to put it all together, though, so it does take away from some of my other stuff. But even still, I thought it was a lot of fun to do. And, yeah, again, a thanks to the mod team. Smelly K9, who actually also participated in the tournament, which was awesome. Alex 8-Bit Remix Guy, Chemo, MJ, Sticktastic, Phantom, all those guys for helping making this reality. They were going in on the back end, making sure everybody was set up, making sure that we had all the leaderboards quickly put together. They set the teams up for the solos, getting those solo guys together. And it was a lot of fun. That's for this one, though. Thanks so much for watching. This is StoneMount64, over and out.